100 years ago, the economist John Maynard Keynes made a prediction. By the end of the century, technology would allow us to work just 15 hours a week. Productivity was supposed to be a ladder, a way to climb out of the mud of survival and into the sunlight of leisure. A single machine can now do the work of 1,000 men. A single algorithm can manage the logistics of a continent. We have reached the summit of human output. So why are you still so tired? Why, in an age of infinite efficiency, does it feel like we are running faster just to stay in the same place? Let's look back 100 years. It wasn't paradise, but the system functioned. The cities and villages were full of people whose work had a clear scope and boundaries. A farmer could feed a village. A baker could supply bread to the neighbourhood. A tailor dressed the town, and a carpenter built furniture intended to last for decades. Production was slow and limited because it was related to real demand of close neighbourhood. A farmer didn't try to feed half a continent. A tailor didn't aim to produce 20,000 jackets a month. They produced to cover the demand of their community and to earn a dignified living. The relationship between the effort spent and the value received was clear. The system was simple because the distance between the field and the table was short. Then came the technological revolution. Tractors, factories, airplanes, computers, and the internet crashed over us. With every decade, productivity increased. First, one worker did the work of 10. Now a single industrial robot does the work of thousands. But the machine didn't liberate the worker, it bypassed them. Productivity became a tool for the enrichment of a few. The gains from these productivity miracles don't flow to the worker, they flow to the capital owner and the shareholder. Since the 1980s, productivity has climbed steadily, but real wages have flattened. You are producing more value than your grandfather ever could, but you aren't receiving the benefit. There is also another drawback of productivity we rarely notice. Modern tools enable mass production at a cheap unit price, but they require an explosion of complexity. When a farmer feeds thousands instead of dozens, he can no longer just hand you a carrot. To survive, the modern carrot requires a massive, invisible system. Storage houses to keep the surplus from rotting. Logistics companies to move it across continents. Marketing departments to ensure you choose this carrot over another. Regulatory bodies, insurance companies, financial institutions, and packaging industries. Everything now exists to deliver a carrot to you. The cost of growing the vegetable is now a tiny fraction of the price you pay. You are paying for the carrot adventure, the entire multinational value chain. Productivity didn't make the carrot cheaper for you. It just created a system where the carrot must support 1,000 middlemen. Anthropologist David Graeber wrote about these bullshit jobs. Work that exists not because society truly needs it, but because complex systems generate roles to maintain themselves. And of course, the end user has also to cover all the investments into new advanced equipment. We pay more because the machine required to deliver the abundance is more expensive than the abundance itself. Because the system is capable of producing endlessly, it must ensure you consume endlessly. If productivity creates a surplus, the system must create a need to absorb it. This is why you can now buy an avocado slicer, a banana protector, or a nose massager promising to remove wrinkles and make you look younger by at least 10 years. We've turned marketing into an advanced psychological science. It studies your fears and insecurities to manufacture a feeling of incompleteness. You aren't buying because you need a tool. You are buying because you are persuaded to feel like your life is unbearable without it. We use advanced technologies to make you buy things you never imagined you needed them. Humanity built artificial intelligence to optimize advertisement targeting for socks. And it works. Supply has become entirely detached from real demand. Just look at fast fashion as a typical example. Clothing production doubled between 2000 and 2019. The average consumer now buys 60% more clothes than they did 20 years ago, but keeps them for half as long. We are landfilling or burning a truckload of textiles every single second globally. Research suggests up to 40% of garments manufactured are never even sold. Make an experiment. Open your wardrobe, count the clothes you do not wear that have been there for years. I bet you will find several pieces you had completely forgotten you bought. We have created a system that is impossible to stop. It's a network of contracts, investments, and expectations. Factories run day and night because they must pay off the debt to the bank. Demand is not infinite, so competition becomes a war. Companies produce more not because humanity needs it, but because the system requires growth to avoid collapse. Yes, productivity solved scarcity, but instead of turning those gains into free time and stability, we accelerated. We fueled the machine with greed and an inability to see the cliff at the end of the track. We produce more than ever, yet we feel poorer. Housing, food, and life feel expensive because the management of the world has become more expensive. The economy stopped serving people. People now serve the economy. This isn't an essay about technology. Technology is mindless. This is about our objectives. We could have used productivity to shorten working hours. We could have used it to build communities, restore nature, or spend time with our families. But that was never the goal. The goal was growth and profit. Productivity didn't fail us, it worked perfectly. It simply amplified the direction we chose. So I have two questions. To the producers, what drives you? Have you ever considered that enough is enough? Could you share over profits with the workers who actually create the value? Or invest in the neighbourhoods your facilities pollute? To the consumer, next time you go to buy a new garment or a cool gadget that is only 5% better than the one you own, stop. Reflect on whether you actually need it. Is your life truly unbearable without it? Only conscious refusal can break the cycle of overproduction. The system will never stop itself. It is programmed for expansion without limit. Next time someone tells you, this new technology will save you time, ask them, save time for what? For rest? Or for producing even more? History is clear, we don't save time. We reinvest it into the machine. And the machine is hungry.